Now we come on to the third type of articles, and they are the partitive articles. The partitive articles in French are called les articles partitifs. Les articles partitifs. Now suppose what are partitive articles and why do we use them and how do we use them? Let's see with an example. If I've gone to a restaurant and I've ordered some coffee, and I find out, after taking a sip, I find out that there is a bit less sugar in it. So I have to call that boy and ask him to get me sugar. So how am I going to say? Bhaiya, give me 1 sugar? Of course not. I cannot say that because sugar cannot be counted. So instead I would say, give me some sugar or get me some sugar. So basically sugar is an uncountable noun and we represent it with some. So this some is the partitive article. Some of English is a partitive article. Now in French, we know that all the nouns, irrespective of a living or a non-living noun, they are considered to have a gender. And we need to accommodate them according to their number as well, singular and plural both. So we've got 4 partitive articles. We've got a masculine singular partitive article. Masculine singular is du, du, du. Then the feminine singular partitive article is dela, dela, dela. These are 2 different words. They are not joined together, they are separated. Then the plural partitive article is they, des, they. And one partitive article which is used for either a masculine or a feminine singular noun starting with the vowel, that is del apostrophe, that is the L apostrophe. And their English counterpart together is the word some, that is some stands for all of them stands for some in English. So these are the partitive articles. This is the breakup of the partitive articles. Now we are going to learn how to use them. So here we have 4 sentences and we need to fill up the blanks using the suitable partitive article. Now, of course, when we are going to use an article, the first priority is given to find out the object of the sentence. And as earlier in articles, I told you that object is usually the word which is coming right after the blank. So when we talk about the first sentence, pain is our object. Now what the sentence says, je veux dash pain. I want dash bread. Obviously some has to come in, but which some? Because we have 4 sums in French, the partitive articles. So out of those 4, which one is going to be here in the first blank? Let's see that our second step is going to tell us that. The second step, find out the number of the object. As I earlier told you that the word which is ending in either S or X or Z is generally considered to be plural. In French, we have 3 plural endings. The word which is ending in S or X or Z is considered to be generally plural, not always. Exceptions are there. So over here, our object is not ending in either of the 3 letters, that is not S, not Z, nor it is ending in S, right? So our object is singular. Let's just write singular over here. The next step is to find out the gender of the object. Again, as I told you earlier about finding out the gender, that those words in French are considered to be feminine which are ending in E. That too generally, exceptions are always there. French is a language of exceptions. So if we go by the general rule, this word is not ending in E, it makes it masculine. And if you relate to the table of the breakup of the partitive articles I told you a while ago, the masculine singular partitive article was du. That's going to be our answer. Du. Je veux du pain. I want some bread. Let's come on to the second sentence. The second sentence says, Je mange dash salad vert. I eat dash green salad. Of course, some, but with some, find out the object of the sentence first. Object is salad, though it could be salad vert as well, but you go with salad. Find out the number. Is it singular or plural? It's not ending either with S or X or Z. So it is singular. Then the third step, find out the gender of the object. Is it feminine or it is masculine? It's ending in E, and if we go by the general rule, then of course it is feminine. And have a look at that table of partitive articles. The feminine singular partitive article is de la. Je mange de la salade. I eat some salad, or maybe green salad. So that's our answer. We come on to the third sentence. Third sentence says, Elle achète dash earth. She buys dash eggs. Our object, of course, is eggs. But here again, you need to be a bit more focused because this word is starting with a vowel. Then at times, usually what happens is generally the people use DEL apostrophe. But that will not be used over here because our object is plural. The object is plural. So in this case, let's just go through the first step. We found out our object. Now we need to find out the number, and as it is, this is ending in S, it makes it plural. And the moment you find out that your object is plural, no need to go in for the gender, because of course we have just one plural partitive article for a masculine plural object or a feminine plural object. So we end up over here only. This is a plural object, and the plural partitive article is they. D-E-S, they. Elle achète des œufs. She buys some eggs. Let's have a look at the fourth sentence. The fourth sentence says, Il boit dash eau. He drinks dash water. The object, of course, is water. See, this is not ending in S, X or Z, so it is singular. See, this is not ending in E, so it is masculine. Or we are not going to pay attention to the gender over here. Why not? Because simply, if you have a look, when you find out that your object is singular, have a look at the starting. The word is starting with the vowel. And whether it is masculine or feminine singular word starting with the vowel, we just have one partitive article for that, and that is the L apostrophe. So that is going to be our answer. The L apostrophe. Il boit de l'eau. Il boit de l'eau. He drinks some water. So this is how you go about the simple partitive articles. Now at times we come on to a situation wherein we need to choose whether to use the partitive article in the sentence or to use the definite article in the sentence. There are some sentences wherein we cannot use partitive articles, and there are some sentences wherein we need to use the definite articles, or the other way around. Now, how to determine which article, the partitive or the definite one, has to be used in the sentence? It's very easy. I have devised out a very easy method to locate or to find out which article to be used in where. Let's have a look at the sentence. The first sentence says, Je mange dash pain. I eat dash bread. Now, the question is, choose the article, whether the partitive or the definite article. When such a question is there, always first have a look at your verb. Now again, this concept, I don't know if it exists or not, but then I devised out this concept on my own. That is, we have a practical action verb and we have an impractical action verb. Practical action or an impractical action. Now, what is the difference between both the kinds of verbs? The verb for which you can see the action of that verb happening, if you can see that action, then we consider it to be a practical action verb. If there's a verb whose action you cannot see, we consider it as impractical action verb. So this concept would really help you out in differentiating which article needs to be used in which sentence. Okay. So here I said, when such a question is there, wherein you need to make a choice between using the partitive article or the definite article, always look at your verb in the sentence first. Now here the verb is mange, and mange is to eat. Now, is that action of eating visible? Can we see someone eating something? Yes, of course, we can. So, it's a practical action verb, right? With the practical action verb, always go in with partitive articles. With the practical action verb, always go in with partitive articles. Now, in the sentence, we have found out that we need to use a partitive article. Now, which partitive article? We've got 4 of them. So, which of them needs to be used in the sentence? That, of course, depends on your object. And I've discussed it a bit earlier also, that how to go in with the suitable partitive article. So, here our object is a masculine singular object, and our partitive article masculine singular is du. Je mange du pain. I eat some bread. Right? Let's come on to the second sentence. It says, j'aime dash pain. I like dash bread. Now, can you say, I like some bread? No, the implication would be wrong. That would mean to say, or rather it would be meaning that I like some bread, but other kinds of breads I don't like. So that does not fit in somehow with our situation over here. What we need to find out is whether to use the partitive article or the definite article. Simply have a look at the verb, aimer. This is the verb aimer, that is to like. Now, can you see someone liking something? I don't think that's possible. Right? So, this verb has an impractical action. And if your verb is an impractical action verb, go in with the definite article. And which definite article? That, of course, depends on the object. The object is masculine singular, and the masculine singular definite article is le. J'aime le pain, that is, I like the bread. Okay. Coming on, I'll just repeat this concept again so that you get it clearly. Here, the third sentence says, je veux dash gâteau. I want dash cake. Now, this is the verb vouloir. Vouloir is to wish or to want. Although this verb does not represent any practical action, but still we are going to consider this particular verb vouloir to be having a practical action. Okay, because this is basically representing your desire. So we consider it to have a practical action, and we need to go in with partitive article. If a practical action verb is used in the sentence, then we need to go in with the partitive article. And which partitive article? Gâteau is masculine singular, so du again. And if you have a sentence which says, je déteste dash gâteau. Now, déteste is the verb détester, to hate. And hate, that action is an impractical action because we cannot see that action happening. So, je déteste dash gâteau. Déteste, because it's a non-practical action verb or impractical action verb, we are going to go in with the definite article. Which definite article? Again, that depends on the object, and the object is masculine singular. So the answer should be le. Je déteste le gâteau. I hate the cake. We cannot say I hate some cake. So that would clearly imply that you like some cakes and you hate some cakes. Whereas our objective is not that. We simply want to say I don't like the cakes or I hate the cakes. Now here we are going to learn about what goes with the partitive article in the negative construction. Our earlier question was we were supposed to use either the partitive article or the definite article. So over here I have two sets of sentences. Again, one is positive, one is negative, which is there with partitive articles, and one is positive, one is negative, which is there with definite articles. So what happens, basically what change occurs when a sentence becomes negative? Let's see. The first sentence says, Je veux des chocolat. Now I told you the verb vouloir needs to be considered to have a practical action. So it would always take a partitive article. Now since chocolat, our object is plural, so this should be our answer. Je veux des chocolats. I need some chocolates, or I want some chocolates. Now, when we change this sentence into negative, it's the same sentence, but in the second one, it is the negative construction of the first sentence, right? So, I want some chocolates, and we need to change it into negative. Are we going to say, I don't want some chocolates? No. Then again the implication would be that I don't want some chocolates, I want many chocolates, and that is going to be a wrong sentence. So how to say it in negative? If we use the same partitive article over here, for example, we use the same partitive article over here. Now the sentence, what's the meaning of the sentence is? The sentence is, I don't want some chocolates, which I told you earlier that is a wrong composition. So what do we do? All the partitive articles, whether it is masculine singular, you, feminine singular, the, la, plural, they, or the singular one, masculine or feminine singular, used before a word starting with a vowel, or the L apostrophe. All these partitive articles reduce to the, de, or d apostrophe. D apostrophe in which, wherein our object is starting with a vowel. Singular object starting with a vowel, there it would reduce down to d apostrophe. But in general, all the partitive articles in a negative sentence change to the. Now, what is the meaning of the sentence? Why is the over here, and what does it imply? It says, I don't want any chocolates. Now the sentence becomes correct. So remember, all the partitive articles in negative change to the. And the same thing goes with all the indefinite articles also. So suppose if you have a sentence wherein an indefinite article has been used and you're supposed to change that sentence into negative, again it would be changed to the. But okay, I'll take that point a bit later on. We talk about it a bit later because right now it would become a bit confusing for you. So let's see the third sentence. The third sentence, of course, the verb is aimer, which implies that we need to use the definite article. And since our object chocolates is plural, the definite article to be used is les. J'aime les chocolats. Now what happens when we change this sentence into negative? Will les change to the? No. Les or la, le, or la, la, or l apostrophe. These four of them are the definite articles. And definite articles never change in negative. Because even after not changing them, they come as it is. They do not change the meaning of the essence of the sentence. So in negative, it would be same. The definite articles do not change. The partitive articles and the indefinite articles change to the, de, or d apostrophe. So this is something which needs to be remembered. And with that, we come to the end of partitive articles.